You know why you're constantly agonizing over whether someone likes you, dissecting every glance, every word, every silence. It's because your relentless need for certainty, born from a deep-seated insecurity, has turned your mind into a torture chamber of overanalysis. You think you're being smart, trying to decode signals. The raw truth? You're actually suffocating any chance of genuine connection before it even breathes. This isn't about learning to read signs better. This is about dismantling the very obsession that blinds you. Today, we expose how your analytical mind, your supposed greatest tool, has become your biggest enemy in attraction, and we show you the way out of this self-imposed prison. Let's be brutally honest. Your insecurity fuels this compulsive need to analyze. You crave control in a situation that inherently involves vulnerability, so you retreat into your head, believing that if you just think hard enough, you'll crack the code. This creates a vicious cycle. The more you analyze, the less you act, the more you doubt, and the more your internal attraction radar malfunctions. It's not just miscalibrated. It's actively programmed by your fear to find problems, to misinterpret kindness as pity, or silence as rejection. You're like a detective obsessed with analyzing his own fingerprints at a crime scene, completely missing the culprit and the clues right in front of him. You spend so long dissecting the menu of potential interactions, fearing you'll pick the wrong one, that every opportunity grows cold. This internal static, these endless false alarms generated by your own mind, make a clear reading of anyone else impossible. You believe there's a magic list of signs that will give you clarity. That's a lie. Insecurity loves. These lists are useless when the one doing the reading is looking through a lens smeared with doubt. You think more analysis gives you control? That's the foundational myth keeping you trapped. And this internal sabotage doesn't just stay in your head. You might think your overanalysis is a private, internal process. Wrong. It leaks out. It's in your hesitation, your lack of spontaneity, the way you interact like you're defusing a bomb instead of connecting with a human being. People feel this. They sense you're not truly present, that you're in your head calculating. This isn't intriguing. It's exhausting. Attraction thrives on ease, on a little mystery, on genuine presence. Your analytical obsession is a wet blanket on any potential spark. You're like a chess player so lost in predicting 10 moves ahead that you forget you're supposed to be on a dance floor, not a battlefield. This constant need for certainty before you engage, this silent demand for the other person to prove their interest first, screams low value. It makes them uncomfortable, hesitant. And then their confused energy just feeds your radar more ambiguous signals to overthink. You believe silence or a lack of obvious signals automatically means disinterest? That's another fallacy. Sometimes your own suffocating analytical energy doesn't even give genuine interest a chance to surface. So if being trapped in your head is the problem, what's the alternative? Here's the radical truth you've been missing. Confident, attractive individuals are not passive signal readers. They are active attraction architects. They don't wait for a green light. They become the green light. They create interesting dynamics. They project their own value and the signals you're so desperate to decode. They often emerge as a response to this confident, proactive energy. This is the principle of attraction reversal. You stop chasing validation and start embodying value. You think you need absolute certainty before making a move? That's the mindset of someone waiting for life to happen to them. The architect acts, tests, and builds. They're like a DJ creating a vibe, not a wallflower waiting for the perfect song that may never play. Instead of endlessly wondering if a brief smile was a sign, they might offer a unique, lighthearted observation about the situation, creating a small moment. The reaction to that initiated action is a far more reliable signal, because they prompted it. They function like a thermostat, setting the temperature of the interaction, not a passive thermometer merely reading it. Becoming this architect, this thermostat, requires a fundamental shift from obsessive thought to embodied action. So, how do you break free from the analytical prison? You start by starving the analytical beast and feeding your authentic perception. This isn't about adding more analytical techniques. It's about subtraction. It's like learning to drive. Initially, you overthink every gear shift, every mirror check. With practice, it becomes intuitive. You feel the car, the road. You need to develop this feel for social interactions. One way is to practice presence. When you're talking to someone, actually listen instead of planning your next sentence or analyzing their last one. Another is to adopt a mindset of calibrated action. Instead of grand, high-stakes moves, think of small, reconnaissance missions. Low-pressure comments or questions designed to get a small piece of real-world feedback, not to secure a lifelong commitment. Observe the response, not to dissect it into oblivion, but to feel it. Was it warm, open, or closed and brief? This isn't about cold logic overriding your intuition. It's about clearing the noise of insecurity so your intuition can finally be heard. Your intuition is a muscle. It's atrophied because you've relied on the crutch of overanalysis. Start with small sets and reps, brief, authentic interactions where you focus on expressing yourself and observing the response without an immediate, desperate need for a specific outcome. You're like a sculptor. You don't just stare at the marble, theorizing. You make a small chip, see how the stone responds, and adjust. This is how you recalibrate your radar, by engaging with reality, not by endlessly debating with the ghosts in your own head. Ultimately, the uncomfortable truth is that the biggest obstacle to knowing if someone is interested in you isn't their mysterious signals. It's the distorting filter of your own insecurity and the analytical prison it has built. As long as you remain a signal detective, you'll stay trapped in doubt. The path forward demands that you fire the over-analytical detective in your head and start cultivating the confident architect within. It's about shifting your focus from decoding others to authentically projecting yourself and observing the world's natural response. The clarity you seek comes not from more analysis, but from a reprogrammed mind and courageous present action. Mind Architect Lab, master your mental blueprint, stay sharp,